All is not well with the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as the fight between Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State and Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State has torn the party apart. The crisis politics Nigeria learns cannot be disconnected from next year's presidential election. Before now, Wike has since the last Edo State election been an ally of Obaseki. The former supported the latter to contest under the PDP in 2020 Guba elections after he was forced out of the All Progressive Congress APC by his former godfather, Adams Soshomole. This newspaper recalled that Wike hosted Obaseki at the government house in Port Harcourt to show his support. It was after this that Obaseki dumped the APC. Upon his victory in September 2020, a crisis erupted. Obaseki started making moves to appoint his key political loyalists from the APC to key positions in the PDP, but was rebuked by the bona fide members of the opposition party led by the South-South Vice Chairman Dan Obi. Not pleased with the development, Obaseki's allies mounted pressure on the governor to seek another political platform to further their collective ambition. They even made moves at the early stage to have him return to APC. Last week, Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu were poised to have concluded their plans to decamp. Shaibu, in an interview with Channels TV Politics Today, said if the impunity in the PDP continues and the soldiers of Obaseki decide to defect to another political party, he, Obaseki, will have no choice but to join them ahead of the 2023 general elections. In a swift reaction, Wike lambasted Obaseki and his deputy for threatening to quit the party. Threatening the party that there are alternatives to PDP. This is the same people that were kneeling down to beg for us to give them the umbrella. Today you have the effrontery to threaten the PDP. Such a shame. These are the same people, when they were denied tickets under APC, they were running helter-skelter, begging everybody to give them an umbrella. And we gave them an umbrella, Wike said last week. Not pleased with the statement by Wike, Obaseki gave a response saying Wike's ambition to have delegates from the state ahead of the party's 2023 presidential primaries is making him act irresponsibly. If Governor Wike was one who is wont to show respect and courtesy to his colleague governors, he should have ordinarily reached out to me to express his concerns about the views made by my deputy governor, rather than embarking on this unwarranted public onslaught. It clearly amounts to a delusion of grandeur for any one man to nurse the idea that he owns or has more stake in the PDP and everyone should pander to him. We are all equal stakeholders in the party, and an aggregate of the ideas, opinions, and contributions of all leaders and members should form the position of the party and not the view of one individual or a select few, Obaseki had said. As expected, Wike responded in a more brutal manner, calling Obaseki a serial betrayer. If you ask anybody or check the DNA of Obaseki, you will discover that he's a serial betrayer and an ungrateful person. I tender an unreserved apology to Shomole for not believing him in the first instance about Obaseki's betrayal, Wike said while addressing a crowd at an event in Port Harcourt on Monday. Politics Nigeria gathered that the last may not have been heard of the open war between supporters of Wike and Obaseki in the region. The national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Iyorchia Ayu, said the crisis between the duo will affect the synergy meant to bring victory to the party in 2023. Speaking at a joint meeting of the Board of Trustees and National Executive Committee of the party on Wednesday at the PDP headquarters in Abuja, he said the party needs to focus on the 2023 election and not a fight between two governors. Politics Nigeria gathered that both Wike and Obaseki were present at the meeting as Ayu stressed that their fight may affect the PDP. I'm calling on every single member of the PDP family to put their differences aside. We are not out to fight against ourselves. Our goal is to unite the party, go out as we used to do, win elections as we used to do. If there are differences, we must settle our differences in-house. No party member should attack another party member. If there is any issue, we have different organs of the party to resolve party differences, the party chairman pleaded. How Obaseki and Wike's face-off may affect PDP in 2023. There's a popular saying that is teaching time saves nine. This issue of these differences that both Obaseki and Wike are having, if they don't address it, it's definitely going to affect them. So it's not like we're seeking a soothsayer or we're trying to find out how will this affect them. It's already a known fact that if it's not dealt with, because division doesn't bring victory. Division doesn't bring victory at all. But for yesterday, we did report that news yesterday. You can check it out. Obaseki was stressing that he's ready to settle his differences with Wike, whatever it is, and that all he's stating is that they have to work together as one, and no one is superior than the other. They are all members of the People's Democratic Party. I mean, I think that's the one thing that has not gone down well with Obaseki, his deputy, and also the APC members that decamped as well. They feel that they are not being treated properly. You know, the integration has not been done properly. That is the only issue, not any personal interest right now or anything. But to be fair, some political analysts have argued that this fight between Obaseki and Wike is very connected to 2023, because Obaseki did not just win the governorship election under PDP. It's about 2 years now. How come all of these did not erupt? Why is it just erupting now? Political analysts have it that because 2023 is drawing very close, so that is why all of these things are coming up now. Well, I hope they heed to the advice from the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Yocha Ayu, at that meeting when he was speaking, urging them to put aside their differences. Both of them, the two governors, were seated in that meeting. Governor Nyesom Wike was present there. Governor Godwin Obaseki was present there. So I believe that they must have taken it seriously. But if they don't deal with this face-off is definitely going to affect PDP in 2023. And PDP is looking to take over power from APC because they already know that they can leverage on that, because APC have disappointed Nigerians, they failed Nigerians. And these are the only two major political parties in the country. So if PDP wants to continue fighting, that means they've already given up themselves to lose out in the election. Well, we'll see how all of this ends. Obaseki has offered or talked about his willingness to settle any difference he has, but Wike has not released any statement here after Obaseki's statement. We'll see how all of this goes. But leave us your take. Thank you once again for staying tuned, and please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.